Hi.
Hello.
Why is that so awkward
We
to
both
start?
paused in front of the mic like, who's going to
do
start? Whose turn is it?
Jinx. How's it going, everyone?
How are you guys? Oh my gosh. We've been hearing lots of feedback from folks. Thank you so much for letting us know how you feel and what you like and
What you don't like.
what you don't like. Well, maybe not that. Actually, no, that too. But
no, we really appreciate it. And thank you for the great ideas, too, for those of you who wrote into us. This is the reason why we do this, I think, is to make this a greater conversation, because Bernice and I talk about this stuff together all the time. So we love including you guys in this conversation. And so, yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for those of you who have done reviews. We really appreciate you.
we do. Yeah.
We do.
We do. I still have a cold. It's been hard for me because I want to run to the doctor and get antibiotics. But everyone's like,
Quit taking those.
I know I have to stop, and I'm addicted. It's almost like I'm addicted to. I'm not really. I only take them like 2 or 3 times a year.
No, you don't. You take it more than that.
No, maybe 2 or 3.
When's the last time you took them? December?
December, because I had pneumonia.
Okay, well, it's only March now, so this is maybe like 4 times a year.
I know. I'm having a hard time. So if I sound like I have a cold, it's because I do. And it's because I have a sinus infection. And if I die, I just want you all to make note that Kaylee and Stacy told me that I can't go get antibiotics. So if I pass, just, think of
May it
me
be gently.
gently into this good night.
So today we're thinking about talking about friendship and female friendship in particular. And why it may be hard, how it has worked for us. I don't know. Just we're going to talk about friendship
And how we're
going to see where it goes.
Yeah.
We have no idea. We have no notes for this.
And also how we've have observed it in the trainings too.
Yeah.
Because I think that brought it up for us too when we
Yes.
just did this training recently. Where
And we mentioned this in the last podcast about
Yeah.
how we always have women in these circles say that they don't trust women and that but here's the thing. The reason that they don't trust women is because then they usually reference negative experiences that they've had when they've been hurt by women or when women have talked about them behind their back or whatever. It usually comes from a place of experience.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny that they don't. Yeah, it seems a much bigger issue, women trusting women, than women trusting men. In terms of friendship. Excuse me.
Yeah. I don't have very many friendships with men, though, so I don't have much of a reference.
Yeah, you like women.
I love women.
She likes women.
I love women so much.
Which we all should. That's why she's so good with this company. Because, but I'm like,
I love
women.
and I love girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I don't like men. I don't know. I just love women a lot. I love men who will have open and honest communication. And I think that's the part about women that I love so much is the conversations that we are able to have in that honesty and vulnerability. And I, to be honest, haven't been able to have many of these types of conversations with men except for my husband, who's an amazing communicator. He has 3 sisters. And I think maybe that has something to do with it. Part of it is personality too. But the men that I've been close with ever in my life, they're really, really, really good communicators. And I feel like women generally, do you guys hear that? Generally are better communicators.
Mm-hmm. With their feelings, probably.
Well, what else is there to talk about?
Well, the weather.
I'm kidding. But what else do you need to be totally honest
Politics.
about? Like, the rest of the world is just kind of facts.
Right. Well, opinions, probably.
Opinions.
Right. But it is interesting that, you have always said that you like women.
Love them.
And I like men.
You do like men, but you don't trust women.
I don't trust women. No, not at all.
Do you trust me?
I trust you.
But how did that happen then? Because I approach women 180 degrees differently than the way that you approach women.
Yes. Yep. I don't trust women right away.
Why? Why do you think that is?
Well, because I probably have a history of some bad experiences.
Really?
been in school, maybe, growing up. Women weren't super friendly to me all the time, which is fine.
Do you think they were jealous of you?
I don't know.
Because you look like a beauty queen?
I didn't in 5th grade, I can tell you that much. Maybe that's why, because when I was little, they wouldn't give me the time of day. Not because I was a very awkward looking little kid, kind of a big head and kind of a skinny body, and I got kind of tall, which is totally fine. Who cares about how you look? But the little kid culture, as 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, I was kind of shunned a little bit, more private. Plus, I grew up alone, which made me kind of odd anyway. And then in middle school, things started to change. I grew into my body more, I think.
Yeah.
And then men started to like me, the boys. And then the girls, so before they shunned me, and then the boys started to like me, and now they really didn't like me. It was
because they were jealous, like I said.
Yeah, but it was I never had a chance to build relationship with them, either when I was young or when I was a little bit older in middle school or high school.
Interesting.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So I have big boundaries. I don't trust.
But do you have less boundaries when it comes to men?
Yes.
Why do you trust a man?
I can read them easy.
Oh.
I can read them easier, I think, than the ladies.
Oh, interesting. That is so funny.
Yeah.
I feel like I can read women so much easier than men.
Yeah, see? That's why.
Yeah.
And I think you can.
I definitely think I can.
But why do you think you like women? So, wait, I'm not going to say
No,
that.
you can guess.
No, I'm not going to say.
You can therapy session me right now.
Maybe something with your dad?
Maybe. I think that has a lot to do with it. I also think, so for anyone who hasn't listened to previous podcasts, just kind of interesting father dynamics, just kind of learning from a young age that a sexual relationship between a man and a woman was kind of the most important or valuable type of female-male relationship. So if that wasn't on the table, then I feel like for a lot of my life, I have basically just thought, well, I have nothing to offer a female-male relationship if it doesn't have to do with sex.
That's interesting.
And so if that's completely off the table, then I feel like, well, then really what is there?
Mm-hmm.
Which that's not a good thing. I'm not saying that with
But I bet a lot of women learn that.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's funny because I had a really good relationship with my dad because my dad was very emotional.
Oh, yeah. See, exactly.
He's
exactly.
raw.
And could have those, just like my husband.
Yeah, we could have very deep conversations.
Yes.
I'd have way more deep, in fact, here we go. Way
deeper.
Oh,
here's
here
your
we
stuff.
Go. Let's get, now
here's
I'm getting
your stuff.
Deep conversations with my dad and not with my mom.
So there you go.
Yeah, my mom was very just clean your room, make everything tidy. Don't worry, don't make waves.
Mm-hmm. So don't you think that has to do with how we then view the sex?
Yes. It was. I learned it.
But we want that. We want that honesty. We want that. We want to talk about these important things. We want to be able to talk openly and honestly.
Right.
And you learned that from a very young age from a male. And I've always learned that from females.
Yes. Very good point. That's a very good point.
And I also... I think a lot of the activities that I've done throughout my life are very largely female-based. So, I didn't play sports. I didn't do any of that stuff. I only danced. And so I was surrounded by girls all the time. Mm-hmm. And so not to say that I don't get hurt by women either. I have just as many stories as anyone else about being hurt by females, but it doesn't keep me from pursuing those relationships.
No, you're very good at that.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you're very open. As soon as you meet a female,
yes,
you're like, "Hello, come in."
Well, and this is a big, huge difference with the boundaries that you and I just carry with who we are. I'm extremely open, and I don't set boundaries. Now, when somebody hurts me, or when I learn. When there's a reason for me to lose the trust or even when I get an off feeling about that person, then I completely shut down, which is oftentimes very difficult for the other person because I'm usually super open and very, very like, touchy-feely and
expressive.
It's super expressive, but then as soon as I feel like, Kaylee, this person either has hurt you or is, like all the stuff you hear that people say and whatever, then I'm like, yeah, there's the boundary. And then it's very shocking and alarming for them because they're like, whoa, I thought we were like this.
Yes, that's such a good
you're
point.
the opposite.
I'm the opposite. Yeah. I'm closed.
But you're very friendly, but you're very closed.
Yeah, very friendly, very straightforward. Like my mom, like, yes, nice to meet you. And I'm, I always try and be friendly for sure. But I let very few people in just because I'm always prepared for the worst. Like, well, it probably won't work out.
But what is the actual worst? That you would get hurt?
Like, and that the person would leave me. Or they,
but you have a good support system, so why does it matter if these random people who you become friends with leave you?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I only have. I mean, my friends are. I mean, I have some good friends for sure. Don't feel bad for me. No, but I only have a few.
Yeah,
like and I also think I have a limited amount of energy.
Absolutely, I think that's a very good point.
And I've learned that over time. Maybe after having 5 kids and all that stuff, I feel like my energy is limited, and I really want to invest my time into these handful of friends.
Okay, so this handful of friends that you talk about, how does somebody break down your barriers? Like, how did that happen then?
Over time.
So it's just time.
It's time. I think it's earning it.
Yeah.
That probably sounds familiar to some people. Like, you've got to earn my trust. You've got to earn.
Where me, I'm like, you have to lose it.
Yeah. She's the exact opposite. That's exactly right.
You have to lose
my
trust. And
when we first got to know each other, that was kind of hard for us, I think, in the beginning, because she does have kind of like, well, now you got to lose it. I let you in, but, don't, you're like, careful.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like you're kind of like, watch out. And then... But the thing is, her bark is bigger than her bite because because I'm seeing it through my glasses, right? My glasses are like, Oh,
interesting.
If I screw up, then, what's done.
Oh, no, I love you.
But isn't that interesting? Because I see it from my perspective. It's like, she let me in, So I better be careful.
Yeah.
But you're like, everybody's in. We're all in.
Yeah.
You can be in, you can be in, you can be in. But the shocking thing is exactly what you said, Kaylee, is that you are like, everybody comes in, so we're used to this big effervescent human. And then when it's like, anyway, distrust happens or, humans make mistakes or whatever, we're not used to the slam.
Oh my gosh, you're making me sound awful.
No! That's not it at all. But it's just the two different personalities coming together, which makes it so interesting. And what helped us immensely, I think, was, time, of course, but also defining what our glasses were.
Yeah, but we only defined what our glasses were a few months ago. I think one of the things, I'm gonna say a completely opposite thing of what you're saying.
Well, that's not allowed.
That doesn't ever happen either. I think what really brought us together is that you and I were both going through very traumatic experiences when we really established our friendship.
Oh, that's very good.
And I think that we were both going through really hard things. And I think that we provided a lot of like safe space to process and to, to go through that.
And we built trust doing that.
We built a lot of trust.
A lot of trust.
Yeah,
because we were, I think that's a very good point in terms of when you're kind of beaten down, you're much more open, at least for me, in terms of letting people in.
Well, and I think also when other people express their vulnerability, then that's how trust forms. And I think that that's why, after these retreats that we hold, or after even just empowerment / training weekends, these women are just shocked that they feel so connected to strangers, to people who were strangers merely hours ago. And I think it's because everyone is in this really vulnerable situation where people are sharing and people are being brave and working through fear and doing some really big stuff, and to have that support system and to see other people also kind of facing their fears and sharing and opening, I think that is how strong relationships are formed. I believe that that's how trust is formed.
Oh no, that's a very good point. Trust. I was just reading this piece last night in Psychology Today. How interesting.
Oh, look at you, nerd.
And it says,
Nerd alert.
And it says, deep friendship always demands we reveal a certain amount of vulnerability.
Totally.
And the thing I found too, I was just thinking about friendship last night, is I really...
Were you thinking about me?
I was thinking about Kaylee a lot. I'm like, that Kaylee, look at her.
I'm kidding.
But deep friendship, for me, again, I really don't want to, and I don't know if some of you guys feel this way, I really don't want to waste my time on people that aren't willing to go there.
I agree.
I feel
100%
like,
agree.
I just cannot do this, and maybe because I'm getting old, but I can't do this sort of superficial thing as well anymore.
I'm not getting old, and I agree with you.
She's getting younger. Look at her right there.
Shut up.
But she is much younger. But
no.
But it is a weird, I feel like I've gotten to a point in my life where I'm like, I just don't want to put energy into that.
Well, and I have 2 tiny kids, and I own it and run a business. Well, you run it with me. You're just as busy as I am, but I don't have time. And I say this a lot. I've said this a lot lately. I don't have time for what's on the surface. Mm-hmm. I don't care as much about like just these superficial relationships, or trying to just focus on what is on top there. I just want to slash that top layer and just go deep. And if people want to go there with me, great. If they don't, well, we're probably not going to be that good of friends.
Yeah. And that's okay too, because everyone's at different stages of their life.
Absolutely.
Or whatever they've learned.
But I do think, like, going back to the article you read and what we're talking about, it's that vulnerability piece, because how do we truly connect as humans if we're not actually connecting with our souls, like this deeper stuff? That's not, I mean, that is the important stuff, not like, oh, I also like to shop at Target. Like, I mean, maybe that's a segue to a friendship.
Yes, right.
And you can do these, like, things like, yeah, let's go or whatever. But and even now I'm learning how to make friends with people because we have kids.
Mm-hmm. The kid friends, you guys know about that.
But I'm working hard to find that depth with some of my kid friends, because for me, it's like, it's got to be more than just like my kids, or that we have similar interests.
We're like, here we are, we see you, we're at the gym now, what I mean?
Totally.
Kids are at the gym, so we'll chat
and
for
I think
a while.
that's one of the beautiful things about ULA, is that when you go through these vulnerable experiences in a class, you feel a connection. You feel a connection to these other humans without actually like having to go through those surface level things. Mm-hmm. You can almost be like, let's skip the shopping at Target. And do people even shop at Target together? I don't know why that's my example. What do friends do together? Oh my God.
They do shopping. That right, ladies? Or
what do we do with our friends? I don't know. Go out to lunch. I mean, lunch is fine. But here's the thing that I love about lunch, is that lunch requires you to just sit down and talk to each other. Mm-hmm. And I think that just sitting down and talking to each other is a really important way to build that friendship and that trust. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But without it, again, peace out. I don't have time for this.
I also was reflecting on, and this might be my own thing, but I really want to have friends that are motivated. Ooh. Which sounds terrible, but
I don't think it's terrible.
I'm at a stage also where I feel like I want people, I feel like I want to push myself, and I want to be with other people that want to push themselves. Mm-hmm. Because I think there's just so much to learn, and there's so much expansion needed and available to us if we want to do the work.
I agree.
That I really want to be with people that want to push themselves. Yeah. And again, I was maybe at an earlier stage in my life, that wouldn't have been my preference, but right now I'm really like, come on, we've got to.
I agree with you. And I think, I think you and I are both, excuse me. I think you and I are both.
It made her choke up. Isn't that sweet? Look at her.
I think you and I are both really driven and motivated. And I think that's good, but I do also think that there's a healthy balance in there. Like Stacy, for example, she can go all weekend without checking her email, but you and I will text like literally all weekend long, starting as early as like 6 a.m. to like 10 p.m. We're like, hey, did you get that email about that certification? It's like, it's nonstop with us.
Yeah.
It's nonstop.
I love that, though.
I like it too. But I think it's good for somebody like Stacey to teach us, like, oh, guess what? You can check out,
yeah, that's
and
right.
Your life isn't going to fall apart.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, like the world keeps on spinning. Like nothing is going to, whatever.
Nothing bad happened. She didn't check her email.
But the thing about motivation,
which is true, that is so true. She doesn't. You know, there is a balance there.
Yes.
I'm at a weird like.
It's like, let's watch this squirrel eat this nut for the next.
I'm like, but what does my life mean?
Yeah.
Where am I going with it?
And I think part of what motivation means to me is that there's a striving for living your best life. And because we have like such an incredible gift. And for me, I want to get to the end of my life and be like, I sucked that thing dry. Like,
yes.
Is that a phrase or is that just gross?
That sounds bad.
I don't know.
I sucked it dry. Well, that was tasty. That's right. Suck the life out of it, Kaylee. Go on. Yum, yum.
But I guess you have to know what you want, too.
But you do have to suck it dry.
Do you want to suck it dry?
Do you want to suck it dry?
If you don't want to suck it dry, you should probably find something else that you do want to suck it till it's dry.
Pardon us while we segue to the sucking it dry part. But then what do you think about, like, the whole, like, Zen thing of, like...
I know. See, that's what I'm bad at.
Letting go of attachment and just accepting. And I just saw this whole special on Larry Shandling?
Who's that?
Larry Shandling. Anyway, you guys should... It's a documentary that...
You can't find it, though, because we don't know his name.
Larry Shandling, Judd Apatow, whatever, the famous director. He directed, it's one of his best friends, Gary Shandling. And he was a famous comedian, like, I think in the 80s and 90s, and maybe the early 2000s. Anyway, it just brought up a ton of stuff about this very driven comedian who gets to a point in his life where he has to kind of slow down because of some illnesses, and how he starts to just learn to accept and he starts to embrace sort of the Zen Buddhist way of being, of not being so attached, of letting go. And I was like, oh, what does that mean in my life? Because I am so attached, or not attached, but so driven and so like... Yeah.
But don't you think part of that is just personality? And if we think about it in terms of like the elements... Maybe you just have a lot of fire. Is that something that you necessarily have to think of as bad? I mean, maybe you can incorporate like some, maybe you can incorporate more grounding or more, like the
centering.
Or like the fluidity of water that kind of calms your fire. I actually said that in class today. We just did a bunch of songs about fire. And then the very next song we did was like all about the water. And I said, okay, let that water just kind of wash away that fire. Let it just cool it down a little bit. So, part of it is like... Can't we also just accept ourselves for who we are? I mean, maybe some things need to change and we always need to be working on ourselves, but when is it okay just to be like, you know what? I'm a fiery person. I'm fiery. I'm driven. It feels good. I like this. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is.
Again, we have so many questions and so little answers, but don't you think, like, do you actually want to change? Do you think your life would be better if you changed? And I think that's the question. I think we have to ask ourselves, would I be happier? Would I be more content? Would I be more fulfilled if I changed? Do I need to change? If you're happy how you are, then why mess with a good thing?
No, that's a good point.
Why mess with it?
Yeah.
But I think you have to be really honest with, do I like this? Do I like getting texts from Kaylee at 10 o'clock on Sunday night? Do I like that? If you don't like it, then tell me to stop.
Well, the sad part is that I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself. Like even if I said, and Kaylee already knows this, if I said I'm going on vacation. I don't want to be contacted for 5 days. She would know that within a few hours I would have to start texting about something because I can't stop my mind from doing it, and I like doing it is the problem. Like, I like that part of it.
Right.
I like that part of my life. It's almost, as you were saying, Kaylee, it's inherent in me. Mm-hmm. Like, it doesn't work for me to just sit.
Right. Right.
Maybe I should, but it doesn't. It's at least
maybe it will at a different time in your life.
That's true. Maybe it will. One thing my dad said, I remember talking to him years ago. I was like in my 40s, and I was like, "This is really hard. All this stuff is really hard." Yeah. And he said, "Well, when would be a better time?"
Oh, good point.
He said, "This is a great time for it to be hard for you."
Good point.
And I was like, "Oh."
That's such a good point.
He's like,
even last night, like Rob and I, like we put the kids to bed and we had the dishes left to do and stuff. And he's like, let's go sit out on the front porch and like I'll pour you a glass of wine. And we got a blanket and just like sat on our porch swing, and it was freezing, but it was so nice. And then he like started mentioning something he had to like do for work. And I don't know if you guys know my personal life or anything about Rob, but he has like 4 or 5 businesses that he's involved in. I've lost count. Mm-hmm. And so he constantly has so much to do. And I looked at him and I said, do you think that we'll ever get to the point in our lives that there's not like always so much to do? And part of it is like what your dad said. And like we're young and we have a lot of energy and we have like this passion and this fire and we want to change the world. Both of us want to change the world. And he wants to do it in one way and I want to do it in another way. And I think both of us are very committed to our mission to serve, like, you know, as whatever as that sounds, like I am here to serve, and he is here to serve. And what better time than now? And how wonderful when we're actually, you know, decide we're going to retire and just like, you know, have grandkids and stuff. How great to then be able to relax and look back on our life and be like, holy cow, that was a wild ride. And that was so crazy, and I can't believe we like did all this stuff and whatever, and then to be able to relax then, especially when we're tired.
Yeah. When will that happen? When will I get tired?
You'll never get tired because you're Benjamin Button. You have more energy in your pinky than I do in my entire body.
I get tired. But I guess I don't have to worry about it right now.
You don't need to worry about it. That's
I'm
not something
tired.
That's not something you need to worry about.
Again, that's
okay, maybe not even tired, but just like when, like at this point in life when you just want to like sit more and rest more.
And I guess that will...
Maybe it happens. Maybe it won't. Maybe you'll still be teaching, like, classes when you're 90. And there are those women who do that.
That's right. Yeah.
You don't have to define... You get to make up your own rules about what it looks like and what it means to age. And that's, I think, one of the greatest things that you have ever taught me. Bernice has taught me, probably one of the best lessons of my entire life, that there is no one way that being a grown-up and being responsible and like none of this stuff has to look a certain way that we're taught or we're told. Like you have 5 children and they're extremely successful, amazing, personable, caring people. You and your husband are so funny and so playful. You get more done in a day than I can even like. It's insane how much you accomplish, and you have such a sense of humor about it all, and such this insane youthful energy about you. And you have literally changed my life because I don't have this preconceived notion of what it means to age, and I will never ever be able to thank you enough for that.
Oh.
My friend.
Oh, she's my friend.
But she's my best friend. And she's, how old are you? 55?
55.
Like you're 21 years older than me. And I'm so close with you. I have learned so much from you.
Yeah.
You've changed my life more than you will ever realize.
Oh, she's made me tear up. This is not a good part here.
No, but thank you. Friendship can look so many different ways. You can make the best of friends with people who may, you know, who come into your life. Like, are you finding these people in your life?
Different ages, too. There's all this research that's actually really helpful to have a variety of aged friends. I would like to have a few friends my age.
But they can't relate with you, B.
I
Most
know.
of them can't because they have kind of confined themselves to what it means to be
A grown-up.
A grown-up.
Which is funny, though,
approaching their
sometimes.
60s.
The other day, I was, like, feeling bad that I wasn't acting like a grown-up, or my house didn't look like a grown-up house. Like, I had all these things of, like, I want to be like a grown-up. Like, I want people to come into my house or see me and be like, what a refined, aged woman that is.
Right.
But you know what? Like Kaylee said, that's not where I'm at right now in my life. And I don't have to beat myself up that I don't fit the paradigm.
No. Please don't beat yourself up.
And for all of us, if you don't fit the paradigm, it's okay. It's okay.
And I think, like, yes.
And if you do, it's fine too. Whatever.
If you like that, because I actually feel like my house looks like a grown-up house. Mm-hmm. My house looks like a grown-up house.
Her house looks more like a grown-up house than my house does.
But I don't feel necessarily like a grown-up, but I really, really, really love decorating my home.
And I don't.
And you don't, so there you go. Yeah. Who cares?
I'm more like, where are the chickens?
And me, I'm like, did you fluff the pillows?
I'm like, Teddy's in the backyard with the chickens. Look at the picture. How cute are they?
Totally. So going back to this friendship thing and how do we develop these relationships? How do we make these friends? It's interesting because for those of you who are in the community page on Facebook, I wrote about going to this workshop that I attended last weekend in Portland. And I also, in this post that I wrote, I talked about how I realized how insulated I am and how comfortable my life is. And I don't know if any of you guys are listening feel this way too, that you just have your routine. Mm-hmm. You're at your house and you feel comfortable there, and then you go to work and you interact with your coworkers, and then if you socialize, you socialize with friends, and you go through your day and you have your rhythm. And even as much as we say, like, get comfortable being uncomfortable in ULA, that's something I say a lot, especially to our new instructors coming through the program, like, get comfortable being uncomfortable. I realized how comfortable I am with this type of discomfort.
Oh, that's a very good
I'm very
point.
Comfortable with this type of discomfort.
Yes.
It's become comfortable to me.
Yes.
And so I had this, like, realization where I'm like, man, I don't usually put myself in the position of being an attendee at these types of workshops, or I don't usually, yes, we travel and we do workshops and retreats and all of this, but I'm very much safe in my role as, like, the facilitator, and there's a certain comfort that comes with people attending your stuff. You go in with this comfort of being like, okay, I feel safe here because I know that they like, maybe not me, they don't know me, they probably don't know me, but I know that they like ULA, they want to be involved in it. Right. Like, there's this sense of comfort.
And you know what's going to happen.
I know what's going to happen.
I love that kind of stuff.
I'm in control.
We know what's going to happen.
We know what's going to happen.
Yeah, so we're totally
Even if it's a new city with new people, we've pretty much seen it all at this point, and we can, nothing really makes me feel uncomfortable about these things. So I realized I need to go and be in attendance. Like, I need to go and just allow myself to fully be in space rather than hold space.
Oh, that's a good way to say it.
Yeah, and like, you guys, it sucks because I felt like so many of my personal issues that I thought I had overcome, like, they came flooding back to me because I realized I have controlled my environment for a long time. Mm-hmm. And so when I go into this uncontrolled environment where nobody knows me, but they also, like, I have nothing to offer them either. Like, at least at an ULA thing, I'm like, I know that, I'm going to hopefully, like, provide value in your life, and I'm going to be able to offer you something. And I show up at this 3-day workshop, and I'm like, nobody knows me, nobody cares about me, nobody, like, they
have no reference.
They have no reference. And so it's literally just me and all of my insecurities about meeting people, all of my insecurities of like, are they gonna, like, should I go and talk to these people? Like, that whole socializing, because on Friday night, it was like, we did a circle time, and then it was like an hour long of just, like, snacks and drinks and just, like, socializing with people. And it's so awkward. You get, like, your food, and then you just, like, walk up to strangers. You're like, hi, how's it going? Like, it's so hard.
Oh, that's hard.
It's so hard. And I just don't thrive in those situations. And then all of my self-doubt, all of that stuff started flooding back in. Like, I have nothing valuable to say. Like, you know, all of like, all of this negative self-talk just came right back to me so strong. And I really thought that I was over some of this, but I'm not over it. I just have insulated myself from feeling this way.
Good point.
But it was cool because as the weekend went on, I got to really be in the space. And oh my God, I cried for like 2 days straight. I'm not even kidding. And as a facilitator, being the one who holds space, you try not to lose it. You try to hold the space so other people can feel safe to lose it, you know? And sometimes, you know, a story or watching someone dance a certain song, like it will break me down. But for the most part, as a facilitator, I try to hold space so people feel safe to lose it without the entire ship falling apart.
Right.
And one of the exercises, and I will say, coming back to this vulnerability thing, you guys, like I think the real ticket here is this vulnerability piece, because one of the things that they made us do was stare into the eyes of a stranger for 3 minutes. And like, I'm so grateful for my partner, Sam. And I will always love you, Sam, if you're listening, which I'm sure you're not, because I'm not that cool and you don't want to listen to my podcast.
Who are you, Sam? Who are you? What's your name?
I love you, Sam. But we had kind of like talked, and we hit it off a little bit, and then we had our mats next to each other. And so when it was time, when they said, okay, now turn to the person next to you, like we turned towards each other. And there was like a nice song playing in the background, and we just looked into each other's eyes, and we just like wept and we laughed, and we wept and we laughed. And then at one point she's like, can I touch you? It just feels like it would feel better if we just like touched. And so we put our knees together because we were sitting cross-legged and just held each other's hands and looked in each other's eyes, and we cried and we laughed and we cried and we laughed. And it was really beautiful. It was like forced vulnerability. And because of that forced vulnerability, I will feel connected to Sam for a long time. And when I think back on my time at this workshop, she will always, always, always be someone that I thinks about.
I thinks
about you, Sam. By the way, Sam has been published in Washington. In like Glamour and
Cosmopolitan,
maybe the Washington Post and all these different things. She's kind of a big deal, my friend Sam.
That was a joke about Cosmopolitan, by the way.
But no, she like Marie Claire. She's getting published.
Sam.
I was in a group of writers.
I would have to take her down.
But I think that this forced vulnerability, it creates this deeper
and
have
connection.
You guys ever looked in somebody's eyes for 3 minutes without looking away? It's intense.
We had to do it in graduate school.
How did you feel about it?
I of course, you guys will love this, nobody partnered with me. This was just a few years ago, by the way. I'm like, here I go, back to the same paradigm. I wonder who'll be my partner. No one. So everyone got partners. And then the instructor's like, well, it looks like it's me and you, Bernice. And I'm like, of course it is. And my instructor, who it's your teacher, like I thought the world of her. Yeah. And I had to stare at her for like 3 minutes.
That's intense.
It was so intense. And she had these big blue eyes. She was like 60 years old, these giant saucer blue eyes. Oh my God, they were beautiful. But the whole time, it's a great exercise, actually.
It is. It's a good one.
It was hard. It was tough.
I think we might make our Tulum retreat goers do it. It was cool, though, you guys. It was really, really cool. It pushed me, but it was really important.
Oh, yeah. That stuff is awesome. Yeah. But vulnerability.
But I'm like, when is the last time I looked in my husband's eyes for 3 minutes, you know?
I did when we were dating.
Right, exactly.
Oh,
and you've been married for 27 years. Like, I mean, I feel like I need to go home and be like, Rob, we've got to do something real quick.
I tried to do it to Mike, and Mike's like, why are you staring at me weird? I'm all like, hey. And he's just like, okay, let's move on. Look at me like you love me. Remember those days?
Oh my gosh.
You couldn't wait to spend the night with me. But that's another podcast, isn't it?
Isn't it always?
Isn't it always? Oh.
Well, anyways,
I hope we've shed some light or
I don't know if we have.
Some questions on friendship and vulnerability.
But you guys just try it. Like if there's someone that you want to get close with, just see if you can start breaking into those types of conversations, and if they shy away from you, then, well, maybe they're not, maybe I don't know.
Maybe they're not your person, or maybe give them
takes
time.
More time. Yeah, I don't know.
I take more time, I think, than
you do take more time.
Other people. So, but I think I give hints that I might be interesting.
Well, on that note, I think, anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed listening to this. Let us know your thoughts. We have a private Facebook group on Facebook. Shocking. That's where it would be. It's called the ULA Community. So just search it out. You can join the conversation there. Really beautiful souls in that group with good conversations, great things to share. Also, if you want to share this podcast with your friends, that would be so appreciated. Let's keep the conversation going. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.